Minister, the land grab and shameful deal between Gresham House Holdings and Coillte is an insult to Irish people the length and breadth of this island. It is yet again another attack on our sovereignty as a republic. And Minister, without delay, a halt should be called to this deal. And please do the right thing. People have expressed serious concern here right across the party spectrum. And your job should be to listen and to engage. And you have said in your own statements that it's not the preferred deal. If it's not the preferred deal, why in the name of God would you sell us out? Why would you cause a land grab? Why would you turn your back on farming families and on communities the length and breadth of this state who are vehemently opposed to such a deal? It's an absolute sellout and needs to be stopped. I will now give you a flavour of some of the forestry and farming organisations that are opposed to the Coillte deal. The Irish Farmers Association, MOCRA, Western Forestry Co-op, Irish Forest Owners, SEFA, which is the Social, Economic and Environmental Forestry Association, Forest Owners Cooperative Society, Association of Irish Forestry Consultants, Agricultural Consultants Association, and the Limerick and Tipperary Woodland Owners. That is just a flavour of some of the organisations against this deal. So please listen to them. I wonder, does any of this opposition, given its scale and its breadth right across farming and forestry, give the Minister or this government any pause? Does it not raise any doubts at all? Does it not signal that the approach being taken by Coillte is just not inappropriate, but that it almost amounts to a breach of the social contract, and it most certainly is a betrayal of the Irish people? Last Thursday, all of the organisations I mentioned issued a statement. I will quote from it now. In it, they say quite clearly that the recent announcement by Coillte that it has joined forces with a major foreign investment house to establish a fund to acquire 12,000 hectares of forests and bare land is strongly opposed by the majority of the main organisations in agriculture and the forest sector. They go on to say that it is their view that this is the first step in Coilte's strategic vision to act as an agent on behalf of foreign and national investment funds, to transition 100,000 hectares of Irish farmland out of local farm ownership for afforestation by funds and funds for profit, and of course the taxpayer is used in all that to the tune of 2.1 billion. The statement continues. The most saddening part is this venture being enabled by the Irish taxpayer, as I said, to the tune of 2.1 billion, Minister. Taxpayers' money, of Irish taxpayers. Most of them are opposed to this deal. Minister, you needn't put your hands in the air. I expect you to come back with a good answer as to why you're treating people this way, along with Minister McConaughey, who's an absolute disgrace and couldn't answer any questions I asked him last night in the Agriculture Committee. The money paid in forestry grants and premiums to invest funds to purchase 100,000 hectares of our sovereign Irish farmland to establish forests. The Irish taxpayer will be paying for the sale of rural Ireland to investment funds. Is that not betrayal? This will not add to the local community or to the local economy. And furthermore, this will have a negative social impact through rural depopulation by encouraging investment funds to compete for land, thus disadvantaging existing local, new entrant and young farmers. While any income, forestry premiums, carbon value, profit will not be spent in the local community or the local economy, as it would be if farm families or local people afforested these lands and if they were assisted in that. We believe this is government policy to meet afforestation targets at any cost. It is likely to be counterproductive. We do not support it, and it is a bad deal for Ireland. And that's coming directly from the organisations who you need to take heed of now at this stage. MOCRA have expressed serious concerns about young farmers being outbidded and about them not having access to land, even though generational renewal is a real issue that comes up in the EU. Those concerns are all being ignored. And it's high time, Minister, that you listen to people, call off this deal and call it off now.
Thank you, Deputy.